At the start of the story, we're shown a rugged, terrifying desert, a place where there's only a thin line between life and death. People are sent here who've either become useless to normal society or are so dangerous that it's impossible to keep them among ordinary humans. On one side of this desert is the comfort zone, where every facility for eating, living, and clothing is available. But hidden behind this glitz and glamour are secrets that are no less than hell. And on the other side are those people who've become cannibals due to hunger and desperation. They have nothing to eat and no water to drink, so whatever they find, they kill and eat, even if it's a human being. In this very rugged desert, a girl is left today whose name is Arlen, and this is where this terrifying story begins. Two police officers come to leave Arlen here because Arlen has committed some crimes for which no punishment can be determined. That's why she'll now have to spend the rest of her life on the other side of this wall. After this, the American government takes no responsibility for whatever happens to her. This is clearly written on the board there. Now Arlen is completely on her own. Meanwhile, we see that she has a piece of paper on which is written, "Find the comfort." In this rugged and desolate desert, she's moving forward alone. No one is visible for miles, but still, she keeps walking in this hope. After some time, she sees a crashed car in front of her. She decides to rest inside it for a while. When she falls asleep, she doesn't even realize it herself. Suddenly, the sound of someone coming wakes her up. She sees some unknown people moving towards her with weapons in their hands. Brutality is clearly reflected on their faces. Arlen tries to run, but by now it's too late. Those people catch her and knock her unconscious. When Arlen regains consciousness, she finds herself with her hands and feet tied. Looking around, it's revealed that she's been kept imprisoned inside a crashed plane. Just then, a woman comes there who, without any hesitation, cuts off Arlen's hands and feet and then makes them her breakfast. Yes, you heard it right, breakfast, because these are the people we talked about in the beginning, cannibals. Due to unbearable pain, Arlen faints right there. But no one cares about her at all. After this, we see this entire cannibal family, which is quite large in number. These people take great care of their fitness, but at the same time, they've also kept some humans imprisoned so that there's never any shortage in their food. Meanwhile, we see our second character, Jason, who's part of this cannibal group. Jason also has a small family with whom a lot is going to go wrong in the future. Now the story shifts towards the comfort zone. Life here is the exact opposite. All sorts of amenities are available here. Plenty of food to eat, clean water to drink. In short, nothing is lacking here. Meanwhile, Arlen notices she's locked in a dungeon-like place, likely their storage room. Suddenly, she hears a blood-curdling scream from above. Terrified by the sound, she smears her own waste all over her body. The next day, that same lady comes for her. Seeing the filth on Arlen's body, she's overcome with revulsion and immediately recoils, but they still need to eat, so she goes to fetch some water. Meanwhile, Arlen quietly hides an iron rod she finds nearby. As soon as the lady returns, Arlen launches a fierce attack and kills her. A nearby prisoner sees her doing this, but he's unable to speak, because they'd eaten his tongue for breakfast that very morning. Anyway, Arlen steals a skateboard and flees for her life. Lying on the board, she travels quite a distance, but not for long. She's now completely exhausted. Eventually, she comes to a halt. Then, an old man with a trolley approaches her. He kicks Arlen into the trolley and drags her all the way to the comfort zone gate. You see, that man is very old, which is why he's still roaming free. If he were young, he'd have been on someone's plate by now. When the comfort zone residents see Arlen like this, they instantly know it's the work of cannibals. They take her in, treat her wounds, and even provide her with a place to stay. Arlen remains there for the next 5 months. We now see her in much better shape than before. She's even received a prosthetic leg and is now living a peaceful life. Meanwhile, we return to Jason. He's sketching his daughter Kate, being a talented painter himself. Suddenly, his wife arrives and informs him that they've run out of food. Jason sets aside his painting and slowly approaches a girl he's kept bound nearby. Today, she's destined to become his family's meal. Despite her desperate pleading cries for mercy, Jason shows none. With a single swift blow, he decapitates her and then methodically carves her body into small pieces. Elsewhere, one quiet morning, we see Arlen. She's completely broken inside. Every time she looks in the mirror, her flaws are glaringly obvious. Her severed limbs serve as a constant reminder of that agony. Now, she's determined to seek revenge on those cannibals no matter what. One day, she manages to steal a gun with great difficulty. Then she heads out through the back path of the comfort zone, a route where very few people travel. Meanwhile, we see Jason's wife, Shalyn, and his daughter, Kate. Both are out searching for essential supplies, hoping to find something useful. A short while later, Arlen spots them both. She quietly approaches and stands near them. Terrified, Shalyn pleads with Arlen, folding her hands. She begs her to let them go, saying she won't tell anyone, especially since she has her young daughter with her. But as soon as Arlen realizes Shalyn is a cannibal, her anger boils over. Arlen says, "I also begged you people for my life, but you cut off my arm and leg." Without a moment's delay, she shoots Shalyn right then and there. Kate can't comprehend what just happened to her mother. She's left completely stunned. Arlen looks at the child and feels pity for her. Instead of killing Kate, she takes her back to the comfort zone. On their way, the same old man spots them. There, Kate sees a rabbit that she likes. Arlen buys it for her and takes Kate home. Arlen has no intention of hurting the child, knowing Kate is innocent in all this. Meanwhile, after waiting a long time, Jason leaves his house. His wife and daughter haven't returned yet. He wanders around searching for them. Suddenly, he spots a trash heap where his wife's body lies, with crows pecking away at it and eating it. Seeing this, Jason realizes it's the work of a gang that traffics young girls. Then he spots the same old man. Jason approaches him, shows a picture of his daughter Kate, and asks if he's seen her. The old man says yes, but on one condition. Jason asks, "What condition?" The old man replies, "You must draw a sketch just like I do. Only then will I tell you where your daughter is." Hearing this, Jason is furious, but he's helpless. He sits down and draws a sketch of the old man. Afterward, the old man writes a single word on the paper, "Comfort Zone." Seeing this, Jason knows exactly where his daughter is. Meanwhile, Arlen takes Kate to a club. At that time, the richest man in the comfort zone is hosting a massive party. The host of this party is John actually supplies powder throughout the entire region. You probably know what I mean by powder. It's used to make a tablet that transports people to another world. Arlen takes one of those tablets. Meanwhile, we see Kate. Her rabbit escapes her grasp and she chases after it. Suddenly, John appears before her. He spots Kate and leads her inside with him. Actually, John is also the mayor of this entire area. That's why no one there dares to stop him. Meanwhile, the effects of that powder have started on Arlen. The world around her begins to look incredibly beautiful, but still she keeps searching for Kate. Having completely lost her senses, Arlen wanders out of the party while looking for her. While walking, she goes so far that she doesn't even realize it herself. She doesn't even notice that Jason is standing right next to her. When she opens her eyes the next morning, she sees Jason standing in front of her. In Jason's hand is Arlen's artificial leg, without which she can't even walk. In the meantime, Jason shows her a sketch of his daughter Kate and asks if she has seen this child anywhere. Out of fear, Arlen lies, "No, I haven't seen her anywhere." She lies because if Jason finds out the truth, he won't leave her alive, but Jason also needs Arlen. Because if any cannibal even comes near the comfort zone, they are shot right there. That's why Jason offers Arlen a deal. He says, "I will drop you safely inside the comfort zone and won't cause you any harm. But in return, you will find my daughter from inside and bring her to me." He also gives her a clear warning. "If you try to be even a little clever, I will find you in any corner of the world and then cut you into small pieces and eat you." Arlen is forced to accept this deal because she has come quite far from the comfort zone, and going back alone was extremely dangerous for her. After moving ahead a bit, a man comes in front of them. He is part of the same cannibal clan, meaning he is also a cannibal. He makes a deal with Jason. "Give me this girl's leg, and in return, I'll give you petrol." Jason refuses because if he does that, he will never be able to find his daughter. Hearing this, the man says, "Look, brother, I'm very hungry. I'm going to take this girl. If you want to stop me, come and fight me." Now, something sudden happens here. Jason hands Arlen over to him and starts to leave with the petrol. Arlen screams and shouts loudly, but it doesn't really matter to anyone nearby. As soon as the man turns his back, Jason quietly comes from behind and stabs him with a knife. The man collapses right there on the ground. After this, Jason cuts off one of his hands. Now, both of them start moving forward again, but then suddenly, a strong sandstorm arrives. Forced, both of them set up a tent and stay there. The storm gradually subsides, but by then, it has become dark all around. That's why both decide to spend the night there. Jason cooks and eats the hand of that dead man and gives the same to Arlen. A long conversation takes place between the two. They try to get to know each other. Jason shares that when he was 16 years old, he came to America by boat. He was caught at the border because he entered the country illegally. Since then, he's been forced to live in this area. Meanwhile, Arlen tells her story. She used to work for the National Security Agency, the NSA, but she fell in love with a man from an enemy country. Blinded by love, she gave him some of her secret information. When America found out about this betrayal, she was brought here and abandoned. While listening to each other, the two of them have become quite close. But then, a shot is fired from behind. That bullet hits Jason directly and he falls to the ground right there. Some people suddenly arrive there. They are from the comfort zone. They take Arlen with them and leave her in the comfort zone. But now, Arlen doesn't feel like staying there at all. She didn't want to leave Jason behind, so she makes a very difficult decision and goes back to the same place where she had spent the evening with Jason. There she finds Jason's sketchbook, which contains many sketches of his daughter, Kate. Seeing them, Arlen is heartbroken. She realizes that somehow, she herself was the reason for Kate being lost today. Now, she decides that she will find Kate at any cost, no matter what she has to do. She returns to the comfort zone and asks everyone about Kate. But no one has any information about that little girl. Meanwhile, that same old man sees some crows flying in the distant sky. He suspects that maybe some animal is lying dead there. He reaches there running, but there, he finds Jason lying in an unconscious state. To save Jason, he catches a crow and feeds it to him, so that some life returns to his body. On the other side, Arlen is sitting alone, feeling sad. She doesn't understand what to do next. Just then, her eyes fall on John's palace. Some women come out from there, and Kate is also with one of those women. Arlen doesn't do anything at that time. On the other hand, with the old man's help, Jason has now recovered. He thanks him sincerely and then sets out from there, determined to find his daughter. Here, Arlen arrives at the palace where many women are working together. All of them are busy filling that powder into small packets. Seeing this, Arlen politely asks if she can be hired to work there as well. This is also the moment when we learn that John has adopted Kate, because he has no children of his own. For this reason, he also hires Arlen for the job. After this, a lady takes Arlen to a room so that she can be dressed in good clothes. Making an excuse to go to the washroom, Arlen goes inside and takes out the gun hidden inside her prosthetic leg. Then she takes that same lady hostage and brings her along to John. Arlen says to John, "If you don't release that child right now, I will kill her and the baby growing in her womb too." Hearing this, John gets scared. Without wasting a single moment, he lets Kate go. Arlen takes Kate and leaves the comfort zone. At that same time, Jason sees them as he approaches. Seeing his daughter alive, Jason is overjoyed, but then Arlen pleads with him to take her along too. Hearing this, Jason gets angry. He says, "We are cannibals. You could become someone's prey at any moment." But Arlen refuses. She says that she has started to like Jason. She just wants to be with him. Meanwhile, Kate tells her father that she is very hungry. Out of necessity, he cooks Kate's rabbit and feeds it to her. Seeing this, tears begin to flow from Arlen's eyes. But friends, this is the reality of this world. Now Jason has also accepted Arlen. This means that these three have now become a family. But for how long? They don't even know themselves, because here, no one knows when someone might become someone else's food. And with that, this story ends here.